Good morning to everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover USD versus Japanese yen. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil, and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the USD versus Japanese yen first. So this is something that we covered in our previous updates, and nothing really changed here. We still have this breakout of this centering triangle in the background in the daily time frame. Yesterday, the market closed near the high, and there is a still chance for the retest of 151.90 mark, which is the high, the swing high for mid-October last year. If we take a look, for example, hourly time frame, we can see that we got this downside move. Probably market exhausted here, made some exhaustion here, and then sold off. But this is also important support area at 149.70 mark, and we also have support at 149.50 mark. So still potential for the higher prices. This is a likely scenario. Of course, if we can see a weak rally and then further downside movement, then we might see even the retest of the 149 mark or even 148.60 mark. But that's just alternative scenario. And based on the current price condition and the strong trend environment, that's not likely scenario to happen, but it's just like the alternative scenario for the USD yen. For the gold market, actually gold reached our main objective downside. We spoke about when we had this breakout of this triangle here. I suggested a further downside movement towards the 1815 mark, and as we can see here, the market was trading downside for already 6 to 7 days in a row, and we reached this main downside objective at 1815 mark. And this will be very important to watch, because if we can have if we can have a breakout and then further downside below and trade below the 1802, then we can even see lower prices toward the 1733 mark, which is the next level to watch on the downside. And so far, sellers are in control, and I don't see any bigger sign of reversal. Momentum is still expanding, and still no signs for any reversal. But in case of some bigger rejection of this support area, there is a potential rotation back to 1982, but that's just in case of the strong rejection and hold above after rejection. And so far, that's not like a scenario. For that scenario, I would like to see something like this to happen. If we can go aggressively, and then hold on the pullback, and then eventually to try to rotate higher and do some correction. But that's the unlikely scenario, just alternative scenario based on the current condition. Again, key level here to watch is 1805, and then see how the market will react around. Can we have a breakdown and hold below? That will be a good confirmation for further downside movement. Speaking of the crude oil, so this is something that we mentioned that probably market will try to. It had this like a mini momentum divergence here, and this reversal candle this day, and then market is basically right now sitting on support at 88.80. We also have 88.50 mark like support, and this will be the critical to watch, because if we can see rejection, then there is a chance for the market to rotate back maybe to 1990 mark. If the market can hold below this level, then there is a chance for the next downside objective or the reference points, which is set at 85.20 mark. So this will be important to watch. We got some initial rally started to kick in here, not really any bigger bull divergence or something. So still lots of the work that buyers will need to do in order to negate this supply that is present. Ideally, for the upside, I would like the market to push through and then hold above this supply trend line for the higher prices. And Bitcoin versus US dollar, we had reaction of this previous support, which now became resistance at 28,600 mark. Seems like a strong resistance for the Bitcoin. And yesterday we had rejection of that level. So at this point, do we come back to this lower part of the trading range? Let's see the hourly time frame. It seems like we are breaking. We have this rising trend line, but it seems like that we had strong supply kicked in here in this area, a strong rejection, and this might be the bear flag. If that's the case, and we trade below 27,200 mark and hold below, and there's a chance for rotation back to 26,000 mark. That's potentially the current active scenario. The scenario if the market just tried to trade lower and then reject back again and provide some higher prices, then there is a chance for another upside movement towards the 28,560. That will be all for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. Have a good day and speak to you from tomorrow morning.